Hey, it's Allie Edwards, and I am back with day 22 for December Daily 2020. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. I am diving back in to tell stories for the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. I might combine a couple of those together. I haven't decided yet. I started this one the other day and then said, nope, I'm going to take a break and I'll come back to this after Christmas. So we had a really nice quiet Christmas here, quiet interval. The crazy of all the kids came back, and which was wonderful chaos, and that will be reflected in the photos I use for the 25th. But going back in time a little bit, on the 22nd, the story for that day is that we adopted a family this year for Christmas, and so Aaron and I took the gifts and dropped them off at their house. And so I was going to tell a little bit of a story about that. And I think what I'm going to do, I have this page, the heart, that's built on the transparency, a heart built of triangles on top of the transparency. And I think what I'm going to do for this one is simply, when you open it up, you can see that I printed a full page photo of Aaron here. I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the tree. This is from the main kit again. I'm going to use the Give Love and have that on top in some way or another. I don't feel like I need to cover up the whole back of the heart here. I think it can still have that geometric look. And I'm thinking I will use this one here that says find joy in the little things and hope in unexpected places. And then I'm trying to figure out, where do I want to add on my story here. I could have added it on right on here, and I might actually go back in and do that and just add journaling right onto the photo itself. That'll simplify the process for me. I think that's actually what I'll do for this one, and then probably add maybe a couple other little embellishments. I was thinking about this one that I haven't used from the main kit yet that had the wreaths, and this might be a nice place to add those on, is what I'm thinking about. The other thing that I have in my album that I already printed and cut out is I was considering using this photo of Aaron with this heart page that was also from Product Play 4. But it didn't end up working right in terms of the shape. And so I have one of our two cats sitting out on the front porch. And so I'm thinking that I might use that on there and tell a little story about them, probably for the 23rd, and then 24th and 25th still needs to be done. So I'm going to go ahead and reprint this photo out for this particular story, and then we'll see where it evolves from there. All right, so I went ahead and reprinted that photo with the journaling underneath, just super basic about adopting a family from St. Vincent de Paul and a little bit of information about that. And then I did decide I wanted to use those puffy wreaths that were included in the main kit. I removed the inside and then trimmed them out of the backing so that I could move them around a little bit on the page and see where I might want to put them. I really like that there were 3 of them that were the same size. I can create a nice visual triangle with them. And as I was deciding, what do I want to put inside? How can I use those wreaths in a way that like push the story forward or include part of the story? I decided to grab the chipboard words that were included in the main kit. You can also see that I decided not to use the larger tree circle transparency and instead use the green one that talked about finding joy in the little things. Then I'm adding the acrylic, the gold acrylic Give Love piece on top of that. So I dove back into the chipboard pieces and combined a couple together, 2 together, with that were then put within each one of those wreaths. And at this point in the process, I'm just kind of laying it out, still trying to decide, of my actual placement, where did I want them to go. This page that I'm doing right here with the photo on the background could easily be its own page. It almost doesn't need the heart page, but I definitely like how that one looked. And so I'm going to link them together by using a chipboard piece or a chipboard word on top of the green plastic circle that'll go on the background there as well. So this piece of the process is really all about just kind of laying things out, looking at the words again, figuring out which ones may make sense for me. After I had them all laid out on there, I started peeling off the backing and actually sticking things down on the page using rolling adhesive for the back of the chipboard words. You can see Simon's phone sticking in there a little bit. He was telling me something or showing me something. We watched the movie Soul the other night, and he was talking about that while I was working and while I was filming, which is why I do voiceovers sometimes like I'm doing right now. So again, just finishing up the process of actually adding all of the things down onto the backing, adhering them down on there. I did decide to move the Give Love over onto the photo page and added a chipboard piece, or will be adding a chipboard piece to that green circle that's behind the heart there. I really like this page. I like how this one turned out. I think it's a good story to include this year and something that we plan to do more of in the future, and just love the opportunity to document it in this way. I thought a little bit about how I would want to photograph this, and I knew that it wasn't going to be including any of the people, but even just snapping a quick photo of Aaron walking and carrying the presents is a great representation of the story that I wanted to include in here. And I think that's a nice thing to remember as you're taking pictures for this project or for any kind of project, that we don't have to have people looking at the camera, face forward, smiling, to have a story to tell, for sure. I also decided then on the triangle heart there to add the 22 chipboard piece from the main kit, and just added that right on the top for the beginning of the page. So then as you turn it, as you lift up that transparent page, you'll see the photo with the wreaths and the Give Love. I definitely really like how this one turned out. I wasn't sure when I first started it how I was going to be able to pull it all together, but the plastic wreaths, or the puffy wreath stickers, definitely came into play for this one. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below.